Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Christmas Eve, and I hope that everyone will have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow. So today, let me switch over to the game here. Of course, oh, there we go. I need to move the icon. There we go. Alrighty, now everything should be situated. Let me know if you can hear the game and if the like audio levels and all that are good. Hello, welcome to the stream, Paul. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas Eve. Let's watch AWRR 10 go past us here at Governor's Island, heading to Bryson. Thank you, Paul. Let's put you on manual mode. Right, we're running to Bryson here. So, yeah, we're having... well, tomorrow's Christmas, so there won't be a stream tomorrow. However, the day after that, what I'm trying to do is get like a little bit of a Christmas like streamathon sort of thing going on. So I'm hoping to stream not tomorrow because tomorrow's Christmas, but probably, I don't know, but probably the day after. It's supposed to be super icy around here, so probably not going anywhere, so Friday might have a super long stream. We'll see. Anyway, how's everyone's day going? By the way, to anyone who's not aware, the snow is a mod. The only two mods I have in this save are the snow mod for right now. The snow mod will get taken out whenever it's not snowy anymore. In the mod up here, this is a map enhancer. Basically allows you to see like the individual cards and stuff. It's pretty cool. Nice if the air brakes would release. Nah, forgot to blow for that crossing. I do have another modded save. It's Pensy themed that we will probably be diving into at some point in the future. Also, videos on my model railroad channel are going to start here soon. Hopefully. So, that's good news. 3 passengers, right? Yep. Oh. The number 2's up at Conley Creek now. Yeah, I know. Paul's been excited seeing the progress I've been making on the bench work. Is my bell off on my engine? Yeah, it is. Alright, so I forget where I waypointed the number 2. Well, it's not anywhere up there. That's Walker. My bad. He is in L1 right now. Conley Creek L1. Where's the rest of his cars? Did he already drop them off, or? No, he's not down at L1. He's up at L3. Need to figure out where those cars go. While we're letting the people unload at Bryson. Then we gotta do some switching at Bryson. Actually, the locomotive needs some, like, maintenance first, I think. So that we should probably go and do that. Okay, oh, L3's that. I've never serviced L3 before, so we need to run around the train. I'm trying to think of how I can make Railroader more interesting. I guess it's only really super interesting with friends, which I will, by the way, I will be opening this save up to anyone not, well, within reason, like people who want to play on this save once it gets more developed, because right now there's really only room for like work for like one person, so the next thing that I'm going to be well, trying to do, I guess, is, what was it? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna try to do some other stuff on the channel, I think. I don't know. I have rail fanning footage from August, and like a lot of it that I haven't even touched editing wise. And to be fair, like August, September was like the last time I was like out rail fanning that wasn't on a train chase on the local subdivision, short line subdivision, so. Also, we have a like $5,000 like loan that we need to like work on paying off. Because they loaned out money to buy the number 10 because we're in desperate need of a more powerful engine, and now I'm starting to fear that even the power of number 10 isn't going to be enough. For what we need once this railroad gets to a larger size. There might be some Train Z streams. That's what I was trying to say earlier, is there might be some Train Z streams starting to come out too, so. Also, I apologize for there not being any Christmas music, because well, I mean, this stream as a whole is kind of a spur of the moment thing. So, like next year, if I do one, it'll hopefully be a lot better, like planned out in the future. Like planned further ahead in the future. I also didn't realize that like YouTube changed the layout of their streaming like thing, streaming dashboard. Yeah, it's been that long since I've done a live stream. Like I haven't streamed since like probably like September, which is what, and also combined with the fact that it is Christmas Eve and a lot of people are, you know, hanging out with their families, I'm not really expecting a whole ton of viewers because well, there's just nothing really. I mean, people are busy, so I mean, and even the music selection I have here is not exactly the greatest. It's just really what I could find that sounded alright to me from like the YouTube library. I don't know why I disconnected that. Oh. Because that engine's gonna be sitting up there. Now the passengers, as we saw a few minutes ago up here, like our money went up, which means yep, all the passengers are gone. So all these are Bryson cars. We're gonna leave the Appalachian Hardwoods cars, which are these last three back here. We're gonna leave them out. Okay, so that car's ready to go to East Whittier. That car's probably gonna be ready to go to do the same later today, so we might do another passenger extra. But I think what we are going to do here, though, first is take this engine over to the servicing facility and get it some water and probably get it some coal. So we're gonna do that first. Then we'll start breaking down our train, because most of the switching, I have a feeling, of this session is going to be done in Bryson, because last session that I played with my friends on my server, I had already gotten all of the like cars in East Whittier sorted out, so we will be, like, I guess doing the same probably. How much coal do we have in this tower? Yeah, we have enough to put coal in. More than enough to put coal in the number 10. I didn't think to do it before we left East Whittier. Like I mentioned in the description, this save is 100% mod free, and the brakes didn't apply. So we need to back up. That should be good enough. Yep, there we go. We have to buy a coal hopper and stuff for Bryson here soon, because I have a feeling, well, we're going straight to what do you call it? Like once we get once we get all our stuff set up on this portion of the railroad, we're going to buy the extension down to Silva. I think is what we're gonna do after this. Like once we're done developing this portion of the railroad. There we go. Got water. It really needs water, so. Find a different song. This is a certain song from another railroader YouTuber. DH. As you might have been able to see in like the starting soon scenes, like a lot of the screenshots are from his and another guy in his server's railroads, which are also both vanilla saves, meaning they don't require any mods to play on, which, I mean, which is great. So, I mean, a lot of the people run the map enhancer just because it's nice. I mean, you can go here, like, select a locomotive, and it, like, focuses on it. You can make follow mode so it'll follow it, which, I mean, those are features you don't get from the, base game map, which, you know, is unfortunate. Okay, oh, there we go. Sewed up. Now we can start sorting out our cars. Actually, I think what we're gonna do is grab this car that's sitting here out and bring it down. We'll put it in the yard. I'm sure the yard will get a lot busier once you start getting traffic from other places. Now, I don't think we're going to get, like, we're gonna buy any of the railroad past, well, though it is called the Alarka Western Railroad, we're probably not going to buy any of the tracks past Alarka, like past Alarka Junction, probably. Because the railroad past there, like, you need a ton of people to manage the railroad past there. Even just, you know, even just Silva to Bryson, you need, like, it takes a couple of people to effectively manage it, but you can run the railroad, like, by yourself. You're supposed to be able to run the entire map by yourself if you do it, like, 24 hours, meaning you don't skip time. Now, that means that it's just one big reoccurring cycle. I mean, technically that is what railroading is. It's one big reoccurring cycle of the same thing. But it's just, it's not very fun to do it all by yourself. Like, all the time. You know what I mean? Like, first back here. Like I don't think I said this before, but the stream tonight is, since it is Christmas Eve and it's already 10 o'clock for me, the stream's probably only gonna be like an hour long, hour and a half long, just because I need to get to bed and get some sleep, because tomorrow's going to be busy, as it is for most people on Christmas. Might be doing some more trains route building streams here relatively soon. I don't know. With stuff outside of like Christmas break, it's kind of hard for me to do streams and get the time to do them in general. But I think I'm willing to try. But I'm sure streams will probably only be like Friday nights and on the weekends, like one night a week, which is unfortunate that it has to be that way. Oh, are we gonna... Oh, we barely fit past that switch with one boxcar. Alright. Now, we're gonna go... No, we do not want you to go over there. The switch so I can take this into the yard. On this track, closest to us. Actually, no, we're gonna tack it on to the cars with the negotiation back there. So I think there's a few more. Honestly, we're gonna leave the passenger cars separate because I don't want to have to dig them out once we get to Whittier. Alright. I just realized I don't think I set the handbrake on those cars before. That could have been dangerous if it was on a hill. could have swore we bought a 4th coach. Maybe we only have 2 on this save. I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've played on this save. Switching's the fun part about, like, model railroading and virtual railroading, because there's more to do than just, like, it requires using your brain to think out how you're going to switch out different industries and stuff like that. Which is really why I'm like looking at operations and stuff and how I'm going to make them work for my real life model railroad, because I think that is really important that a railroad operates as good as it looks, because in my opinion, like, one of the main things that can get me to operate now is, like, if it doesn't have, like, operations that are, like, interesting. Like, Railroader has... The way I treat Railroaders, it's basically like one big model railroad that you can play with your friends without being there in person. Which is, I mean, one thing, like, very few sims besides Run 8, like, sims like Run 8 have. Now, you can do it in Train Z, but Train Z is, like, its multiplayer and stuff's really jank. Like, you have to have a whole separate save of the game, pretty much, to even play, like, multiplayer on trains, because it, like, you have to have the same content, it can't be modified or anything like that for you to be able to play with your friends, and, like, almost everybody, like, has to have a separate save unless they have genuinely touched, like, nothing in the game. Like, none of their content, like, didn't even switch out, like, the horns or the bells or horns, bells, and stuff like that. Which, I mean, in my opinion, if you're not doing that, you're not playing the game right. But anyways. And same thing with people who refuse to believe that, what do you call it? That route building isn't a content creation, because technically it is. Although it is something that is built into the game, and I mean, it's easy to do. Train Z makes it really easy to, like, build your own map and do stuff like that, but it's not easy to do it well. It takes, like, in my case, it's taken thousands of hours of gameplay. Not all of it's, you know, in surveyor mode, not all of it's route building, but a lot of it is. It's just me messing around with different things, and eventually you'll, like, if you watch enough YouTube videos and do it enough, you'll learn how to build a route that both looks as good as it functions. Now, you can build a route that is all grid land and has industries. Like, industries out the wazoo. Like, that's great. If that makes you happy, that's the unique part about, you know, virtual, you know, model railroading, and also the real physical model railroading. Is as long as your layout satisfies you, it doesn't really matter. I don't know if we're able to fit that. We might be able to. Actually, no, we're gonna play it safe, and we're just gonna get those cars. We can take up all these tracks in Bryson right now, since there's nothing else sitting down here. More fitting for the location of this game. That box just go in there. Just push me in there. We'll take that box out next. Then we'll take those cars back to Appalachian Hardwoods, and honestly, as long as none of the other industries in Bryson need switched out, that should be it for what we need to do in Bryson. Which, quite frankly, looking at the time and how long we've been streaming, that might actually be where we end, unfortunately. Like I said, if it was any other night except Christmas Eve, I would... And it, like, if it was pretty much any other, like, night on, like, a weekend or something, which is not the weekend, but... if it was like any other night on like the weekend, I would. As long if it was like a Saturday, I'd definitely. Stream it a little bit longer, but I also won't be starting this time now. The SAE streams and stuff like that do start at that time, like when I live stream as well on SAE and the other GN, when I stream on those two servers. I often go like pretty late with the streams because I mean we're operating like pretty late. I mean, a lot of the guys also in those saves are from the Midwest, like where they're in that time zone. And that time zone is the Western time zone, so for a lot of them it's only like, I don't know, it's only like, whereas for me it's 10, it's only like 9 for them. 9 or even like earlier for them, like 6 o'clock or something crazy if they're on the West Coast, so a lot of them are like, in terms of Eastern time, they're up like pretty late running trains in Railroader. Usually I stay on for a little bit, try to stream. Like, one thing you'll notice is in a lot of those streams, I'm really quiet. Like, I'm not talking at all because, like, I don't talk in those streams, like, at all because I'm trying to listen, like, if dispatch is trying to call my train and stuff like that. And I'm sure it'll probably end up being the same way when I'm hosting sessions, but said before we can host these sessions, I gotta get this save going a bit more, which hopefully I'm going to be able to do that, as well as make some model railroad YouTube videos on my model railroading channel, or rather the channel for my model railroad, the Blacklick Valley. and I can, you know, start to build that channel out a little bit more, flesh it out a bit, because there's currently like no videos on it. And I mean, I can't recall, like, I've probably shot the like current layout tour. I've probably like shot that video probably 3 or 4 times at this point, and I haven't, like, I attempted to edit the first one, then I'm like, this is like really crappy and it's not coherent, it doesn't make sense, and all that stuff. So I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna refilm it a 3rd time, quite frankly, because I mean, I'm not happy with it. And if it's a video, like, the way I look at like videos and live streams, like, if it's something I would not watch or at least put on as something in the background, then why would I put that out? Like, if you know what I mean, like, why would I even, you know, produce that video? Like, if it's like basically my rail fanning videos, like, what I do is I go, oh, whoops, there we go, my bad. Like, if it's, I go, is this something I will watch? Like, or something I would watch, and like, what could I do to make this video more appealing? Like, if it's something I go, yeah, I probably would not watch this because it's boring, I go, like, what could I do to make it not that? And then I try to make those revisions. Heck, there are times that, like, especially if it's like a major video, I'll, you know, run a test video. Like, I'll put a test video and send the link to some of my friends. Like, upload it to YouTube, like, as unlisted, and send the link to my friends and ask them, like, hey, does this sound like good? Like, and if it doesn't, like, what are some things that you would change? And usually I get pretty good feedback. I've had pretty decent success with doing that. Now, I am working on trying to source a little bit better of a video editor. So, my video, because right now I'm using Shotcut to edit my videos, which, I mean, it's free. That's like why I'm using it. But there's like other softwares that I've heard of that are also free that are like 5 times better apparently, in terms of like the rendering of videos and stuff like that. Which I'm all for, trying to make my videos a little bit better quality. Now, one thing I will have to invest in for like model railroad videos, I'm sure, is like a lav mic setup sort of thing, so I can get my stuff like, so I can get stuff to sound better than it does. Because now, like, using the mic on the camera, like, I need to turn this music down. Using the audio, like the microphone on a camera, like, that's good. Like, it sounds okay. But, and I know a lot of YouTubers, like, that's what they use. They don't use any sort of like narration. Like, the microphone I'm using right now is the mic I would use for, you know, doing voiceovers in post-production. I've had this thing for a year. It's a Fifine something or other. It's forget what type of microphone it is. Either way, it sounds like pretty good, in my opinion, at least. And it's like one of the best budget mics out there. It sounds really good for the price point. Anyways, like, everyone will always say this, like, one of the number one things that will make or break like a YouTube video or something similar is like if the audio doesn't sound good, because if I'm not able to clearly like if the audio doesn't sound good, I can understand why people would not want to hang around and watch, which is why I'm trying to make the audio at least decent. Now, I'm not like any crazy like audio technician person like when it comes to like anything. So it does. Oh, are we gonna let me continue? Sure, we're gonna like drift tracks. Oh, yep, that's good. Okay, we're thrown that way. All right, we're good to go. So we can take that back that car into the industry here. Alright, there we go. Turn the music up a little bit more here. Alright. Said, honestly, switching Bryce and Loki might be all we get done tonight. Anyways, I'm just trying to think of stuff to like talk about so the stream isn't dead silent the entire time with like faint music in the background. I mean, I'm sure that I can hopefully get Christmas. Like I said, there's not gonna be a stream tomorrow. There's probably gonna be a stream the day after Friday because it's supposed to be like super icy and like nasty, so I'm not really gonna be going anywhere so there should be a decent sized stream. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, there we go. And yeah, keep in mind, like 5,000 of the money here is not ours. Yeah, because if we look at our finance, like doing 3 days and 10 hours, we have $500 doing our $5,000 loan. So we'll have, honestly, we could probably pay back the loan right now if we really wanted to, but we're not gonna do that because I would like to have a little bit more money left over. What we'll probably have, because I want to have a decent amount of buffer money just in case something absolutely crazy happens on the railroad. We can have some money to, you know, buffer ourselves. Now, I think we'll have to check here if we need to run around that cut of cars in the yard. So, I don't know. I'm also another thing I'm debating is if I use like my face cam. Because I have a webcam. Like, I'm debating if I pull that out and use that for streams and stuff like that. I probably won't, but I don't know. It's just a thought that has gone through my head to, like, help increase engagement with my channel and stuff like that. As much as I don't really want to show my face, I guess probably if I do it once, I'll probably, like, not be, like, afraid to do it, I guess. I don't know. Alright, there we go. Got these cars. Now we're gonna flip this so it's going to service facility. let's see if the, what do you call it? Let's get the music chorus going again. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna need to run around the train for Appalachian Hardwoods. Are there any cars at Appalachian Hardwoods that need taking away? That one's really close. Yeah. We are running tier 3 contracts, by the way. In case anyone's wondering. I forget if there's a car down here. Okay, standard oil cars. Good for a while, I think. Alright. We honestly might. Let's go check up here at Conley Creek. Let's go see what's going on up there. Okay, so these cars on L3 have one log on them all. Alright. Oh, the cars at L1 or R1 are ready to go. Alright, so they're ready to go. So we're just waiting on the other cars, because I'm not bringing one set of the cars down at a time. I'm gonna bring the entire set down. We aren't really hurting real bad. Now, so let's teleport back to Bryson. Alright, so we need to run around these cars. Which, I mean, basically is... Let's get here. Yeah, no, honestly. Ooh, shit. Fuck. Alright. How damaged are you? Down 96. That's not terrible. Could be a lot worse. Still below the percentage you should be at, which is like 99, but okay. It's not what I wanted to happen right there, but it's fine. Got it fixed. Okay, yeah, that car needs to go there. Alright. Let's move these over to Appalachian Hardwoods. Everything's fine. Just throw it so we can get over here. Alright, there we go. And we're all lined here because past here is the abandoned bridge, and we don't have the tracks built up through here yet. Let's see where they go. There's where. There you go. Good enough. Come back if I need more colors. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is go here and wait an hour. Now his waybill should update to need to go back to East Ware. Yep, there we go. Wait an hour and it's ready to go. Oh, snow's already blown out on my screen now. There we go. So now we can take this car back. And I guarantee you there's stuff up on the concrete branch. It's probably ready to go as well. Hour already, it's crazy. See if we can dial that back down a little bit. There we go. Okay. We got a car. And then we got two cars. to all music. Oh, whoops, we needed to set these two cars out first because we need to get behind him. Whoops. We need to get behind those two cars. Put that coal hopper. I reckon we could probably just shove them on this track real quick. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Cars are ready to go, and your cars are ready to go. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, we're gonna go on this train for a little bit. I think we might get that train, head back to Whittier, and I think that's where we're gonna probably end up ending tonight's stream. Well, once we get that train to Bryson, heading back, then that'll be the work for today on the railroad, I believe, or most of it. Still in the early stages of gameplay, so there's not really much we can do. And okay, so why is this being super stubborn? Let's see what else. There we go. Try to multitask like that. We'll get him all situated and at least auto waypointed back to Whittier. Or East Whittier rather. If not, back to East Whittier by the end of the stream. We'll have to see. I even adjusted the settings and it's still super bright. It shows the snow in real life. Super bright. What we're gonna do is get this. Then you're gonna get auto waypointed. Down to collect your cars down here at R1. This is when we switch back over to pricing here. Alright, there we go. Let's get these cars. Oh, shoot. It would help if we would disconnect them first. We'll be treasure back for you later today. course. Get that. Don't think we're gonna wire the engine so that we're not running tender first back to this wood here. And then we're gonna shoot this thing. Why is that switch not thrown that way? Of course, swore I had it thrown that way. Now I gotta check the rest of these switches. Yeah, none of them retain their position. That's what we want. We want this switch right here. We need to switch back. No, take it down this track. Now you're thrown into this track here, which is the one that we want. I think. No, we're on the other. Yeah, that's the yeah, that is the side we want. Alright, we throw it over here. Grab this switch we can go in. What do you call it? Yeah, Mike. You should be over there. Then, after this, we need to take the engine, wire it so we're not running tender first the whole way back to Eastwood Yard, though it really doesn't matter because technically right now the train's ready to go. Alright, there we go. Crap, you're already right here. It'll take that a while, but hot. So we're taking it probably a bit hot, but I guess we'll find out. Alright. moved over so we can start filling passengers. Alright. Looks like we're probably gonna be auto engineering this back to I guess we could go a little bit longer and actually drive this train back to actually no then yeah. What we're gonna do is probably end the stream off here once I get this train like filled up, and we're gonna auto engineer it back to what do you call it? Back to East Wood, or yeah, back to East Wood actually. I'm gonna do some rough ending here to end off the stream. Right. Alright. Alrighty, everyone, with that said, and, well, I hope that everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I will hopefully be back with you guys before New Year's, hopefully on Friday. So, yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and, yeah. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Bye.